People's Liberation Army, better known as a Chinese faction, is now released. In this video I'm gonna showcase all the new stuff that's been added to the game, or at least I'm gonna highlight the ones that are my favorite ones. Chinese faction is adding many interesting weapons and vehicles to the game, and we're gonna start it out with their version of LAV, which has a little bit stronger weaponry on them. From outside, especially in Harrier map, this brings memories from Project Reality. I don't know why, but it felt like every time when I played Chinese faction on PR, it was on rainy forest map. So probably my favorite feature in this APC is the driver monitor. Makes the driving so much more enjoyable. So what about the guns of this thing? Hopping on the gunner seat give us plenty of options to destroy the targets. Starting off with the guided missiles, which we have 2 in total, one on the right and the second one on the left side, which means they can be fired pretty much at the same time, sending 2 guided missiles towards the enemy under 2 seconds. Following up with the 30mm frag rounds. There is so many rounds back into this APC that we need to move to the next one. This one is the Chinese PMP. Hopping on the gunner seat, this one brings us once again good selection of different weapon systems. There's a normal 30mm available with the AP and frag rounds, and the secondary weapon there's a cannon shooting 100mm frag rounds towards the enemy infantry. If you end up in the situation where enemy armor is rolling towards you, there's also guided missiles available, but this time there's 3 missiles in total, which are being fired from the inside the main barrel. And the great thing about Chinese guided missiles are that they are extremely responsive. Those will be launched almost instantly when you press the trigger. Type 99 will be the Chinese faction main battle tank. Pretty normal tank, nothing mind-blowing. Maybe a huge thing for the tank lovers, but for me it's the same like any other main battle tank. Moving on the light vehicles, and by the way, if I see a single comment bullying me how to pronounce vehicle, I will find you and I will slap you. So the light vigs, coming up with the Tiger looking wig, same as a Russian faction has. On the top it can be AGGM missile system, Grove 50 cal, pretty much the same stuff like any other faction has. But then we come up against the transport truck, which has a freaking heavy machine gun on the top. I mean, this has to be the coolest thing ever, because I feel like rushing the first points with the transport truck has always been like a drive and pray kind of thing. But now you can actually use this as a weapon. So I'm really hyped to see this bad boy in action. We are also getting a helicopter which is capable of holding over 20 people. I was sure that the OWI made the ramp for us to climb up, and I tried my hardest, and when I failed I did it again, but then I realized it's not a functional ramp. Sad. But when the helicopter will take off, the ramp will close automatically. This helicopter doesn't have any weaponry, which is really interesting, but if there's a point that you are about to rush, you are able to drop so many more guys than the enemy team, and I feel like it's gonna be really effective. It's kind of like the Chinese version of the American Chinook helicopter. I don't know, did I pronounce it right? But anyway, this helicopter excites me because it's the first big helicopter in squad. Next up, we are going to take a look of the infantry weapons, and we have pretty unique ones. I wanted to include some of the reload animations of the weapons. I feel like that is the first thing people do when they discover the new weapon. I wish we would have a feature to inspect the weapons. So we could start off with the heavy anti-tank. It's a big machine. It reminds me of Javelin in terms of like first person view. Optic is extremely difficult just because you need to hold your breath to zoom in. And that is the only way that you can at least see something. Not a big fan of this. I've seen better heavy anti-tank guns. Moving on the light anti-tank, we are not getting any better. Like seriously, try to hit a 500-meter target fast. Jeez, I feel like it's super hard. Obviously, this is a firing range. We're gonna see it on the live match, but I don't like this. I can already say I don't like this. So moving to the squad leader rifle. This gun is come with the 2 different optics. It's also available with the iron sight. There's 3 different fire modes: semi, burst and full auto. And after shooting this gun, I might start using burst fire mode for the first time. We all know how terrible those are. No one is using those, but I kinda like it in this one. Next up will be the Chinese AR. With no optic, it also comes with the optic that we had on the main rifle. This one has a small drum mag, I believe 75 rounds. I was really surprised how well you can control the recoil. Probably the gun that I will be using, especially when the fight is happening on close quarters, and specifically this iron sight, no optic, because I feel like when you use the optic, it will rise the recoil. It will increase the recoil. I mean, the last infantry weapon that I will be showcasing will be the machine gunner, Type 88 LMG. If you ever played Battlefield games, then you remember this one. Kinda reminds me of PKM. Comes with a pipe pod. It has a nice optic, around 100 or 200 rounds. Pretty normal stuff. So the last thing I wanted to show you is the toe placement. And this one is really cool. As you can see, the gun placement is not that tall. You can give this gun pretty good cover with the sandbag and still able to operate the gun. Here was everything that I want to showcase of this faction. In the next episode, you will be seeing the gameplay with the Chinese faction. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a rating for the video and comment down below what you think of the Chinese APC, because that is an interesting one. Thanks for watching, and I catch you in the next one. Bye.